Hi, it's Amelie. Today we'll do a piccolo video. In this video I will show you sound exercise that can be a good warm-up, and also it's about changing register in a nice way so that it's easy and your sound stays good the whole time. So I would say you can start on the G first octave, this note, with no vibrato, so you can really listen to your sound. And try not to have any outside noise in your sound as much as possible. Make it a nice round sound with no air, and then go down chromatically, so one semitone at a time, up down to the D, so the lowest note on the piccolo. So here. And when you're happy with your sound, you can start putting vibrato again. It's not a big deal, you know. And then you could go like that and do semitones all the way up. When I go high, I usually put earplug, at least in my right ear. Sometimes I don't like both ears because then I don't hear myself as well. But at least in the right ear, because that's where you get most of the sound and the damage. So I'll put a little earplug here. And I really advise you to do that when you play the piccolo, especially if you play very high notes. So like, I'll go from that G again and I'll go chromatically. I was not happy with the E. I thought there was a little something, so I'll go back from the D. Okay, I did a bit fast. You can go way slower than that. Listen to your sound, and whenever there's a little something you don't like, just play it again. But that was just a little example. But then the exercise that I want to share with you today is more like using arpeggios to work on your sound and to work on your having a nice homogeneous sound throughout all the registers, and so that you don't hear too much of a register change, so that it's really homogeneous. So I'll take just a D major arpeggio. So D, F sharp, and A. I go from the first octave D, and then I don't stop on the third octave D. I go all the way up to the A, the third A, because I want to do the whole register. So I'll show you. And like, I repeat too, but I'll do it just once, the whole thing, and then I'll show you how I would practice it. So that's the arpeggio, but then you can repeat some intervals, so you can practice it like that. It's a bit like a vocalise for a singer, you know? And you can do that after. You could do it in D minor. So instead of F sharp, you have an F natural, D, F, A. And yeah, and then I would practice it the same way I just did. What you could do is make a little table with all the keys, and so that you don't always practice the same key. And once you get to G major or G minor, then you go back down to the low D. So you would go G and then low D, and you go back to the G and you go all the way up to the B. So I'll give you an example. and then same thing, you repeat. Make it a little improvisation. It's fun, and it's a good way to work on your sound. You could also use a tuner just to see the tendencies on your piccolo, and it's very useful to do that. There's apps, or you can have a separate tuner as you wish. And another thing that you can do to work on changing register is octaves. So you can go from the low D and do octaves chromatically. So you go D, 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 and then you go E flat, same thing, and then E, same thing, and you go up like this. And all the way up. I'll stop here, and then you can go from the high note down, back up. And that's it. So like, if you want a good sound on the piccolo, what I would say is, remember, it's the same as the flute but smaller. So smaller aperture, a lot of support. And remember, when you do those exercises like the arpeggio, it's not about going fast, it's about working on your sound. And the legato, you don't want breaks. You don't want your arpeggio to sound like this. Let's say I do a D minor. You don't want... You hear breaks, you hear air pushes. You don't want something like... something like that. You want a very steady stream of air. So like this, there's one person blowing, one person moving the fingers, and like this is very, very stable with a lot of support. Something like that. It's not about going fast. It's not... That's another goal. That's to practice speed. But in this instance, the goal of this video is really sound, homogeneity throughout the registers, and also a nice legato. And for that nice legato, you need air support. I hope this video was helpful. If you liked it, please like it. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. And you can go and check our website, musogy.com, and also our Patreon. Thanks for watching.